prior to COVID. And, you know, we had so many people that did such a great job in this country, but we had this country going. We had the greatest economy in history. We had no inflation. We were all of the things that we talked about with energy. We were at a level that we've never been at, and we were ready to rock and roll. And then we had a terrible result in an election that should have never happened. We ended the NAFTA disaster, the worst trade deal ever made, and replaced it with USMCA. Nobody thought that was possible. The congressmen here, most of them didn't think it was possible because we had to go through Congress. We had to end it. It had tremendous constituencies. The best trade deal ever made was the USMCA, and it was a giant win for Florida farmers and growers and producers. You know that. Tremendous win. I appointed nearly 300 federal judges and 3 great Supreme Court justices, which has been amazing. I kept my promise and recognized Israel's eternal capital and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. I also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. And really, probably most importantly, but they did nothing with it, I withdrew from the disastrous Iran nuclear deal, but they were supposed to do something with it. And you could have, because Iran didn't have any money. For 4 straight years under the Trump administration, I kept America safe, I kept Israel safe, and I kept the entire world safe. We were safe. We had nothing. This is shocking, what's going on. What's going on now is shocking. All over the planet, our enemies knew that if you try to kill our citizens, we will kill you. If you spill a drop of American blood, we will spill a gallon of your blood. That's what it was. And it wasn't a threat. That was just the way it was going to have to be. And we do it because we want to make sure that we're not starting wars. We didn't have to start wars. In the debate with Hillary, beautiful Hillary Clinton, she said, look at him. Look at the way he talks. He's going to get us into wars. He's going to start World War III. And I said, no. It's the way I talk that will keep you out of World War III. And when you think of it, how important elections are, you'd have millions of people alive right now if the election wasn't rigged. They'd be alive. Ukraine, Israel, the attack would have never been made. All these people would be alive. The cities would be thriving. To every American who is petrified that Joe Biden's catastrophic weakness will bring our country to ruin, which he has a great chance of doing, it's close to that anyway, close to economic ruin, I make you this promise as your president, and nobody else can say it. I will restore peace through strength, and yes, I am the only one that will prevent World War III because we are very close to World War III. And I know all the players. I know them all. I know them all, every one of them. We will prevent. And this won't be a First World War or a Second World War. This will be obliteration because the level of power, of weaponry, of power, you've never seen anything like. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. When they talk about global warming, because in 250 years our ocean's going to be 1/100 of an inch higher. And they never mentioned the power of nuclear weapons, where one madman can do damage the likes of which nobody has ever seen before. It's just crazy. It's just crazy to see it. It's crazy to talk about it. But I will stop, and it'll happen very quickly. There will not be a World War III, and we are closer than anybody understands. To protect our citizens from foreign threats, I will build a state-of-the-art missile defense shield. We will build that. We will build that. We need it. And it'll be jobs for America. It'll be built in America. You know, we developed the technology. Nobody else, by the way. Had a lot of people like, oh, we developed the technology. No, technology was developed by us, and it works. I mean, you see it. You know, Ronald Reagan wanted to do it, but at that time, they really didn't have the technology. The concept was good, but they did. We have unbelievable technology. You can shoot a needle out of the air. It's incredible. But we do that. Wouldn't you feel a little safer, a little more comfortable if we could do that? And it's jobs. It's jobs. in America. I will end Joe Biden's war on American energy and unleash our most powerful economic weapon. This is our most powerful economic weapon. You know what it is? Drill, baby, drill. Most powerful weapon we have. We will stop Joe Biden's inflation disaster, and we will rebuild the greatest economy in the history of the world with tax cuts, regulation cuts, energy price cuts, and interest rates cuts like you've never seen before. You know, we had a 2% interest rate, and now it's 8, 9, and 10%, and you can't get the money anyway, so what difference is there? Nobody's buying houses anymore. And unlike Ron DeSanctimonious, I will always protect Social Security and Medicare for our great seniors, because Ron wanted to obliterate Social Security, and he wanted to raise the minimum age to 70 or even 75. When I get back into the Oval Office, we will totally obliterate the rest of the deep state. We're going to obliterate it. And we will together restore law and order in our country. We will completely overhaul the DOJ to investigate every Marxist prosecutor in America for their illegal, racist, and reverse enforcement of the law. And on day one, I will also sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. And I will not give one penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or any mask mandate. We're not kidding. There will be no mask mandates. And incredibly, that I even have to say this because it's so ridiculous that it could even be a subject, I will keep men out of women's sports. And just as I did for 4 years very successfully, nobody's done it like I did, I will fully uphold our great Second Amendment. I will fully uphold. And I will continue to protect innocent life. We will restore quickly free speech, and I will totally secure our elections so catastrophic results like we had cannot be had again. That can't have. To have a great country, you need borders and you need free and clear and beautiful elections, and we don't have either. This is what we must do in conclusion to restore our country to greatness. The USA is a mess. Israel is under attack. Our economy is cratering like we haven't seen before. Inflation is out of control. China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea formed together as a menacing and very destructive force. Our currency is crashing and will soon be the world's standard gone. It'll be gone. It'll be absolutely no longer the world standard, which will be the greatest single defeat of our country in over 200 years. If that happens, we will indeed be a third world country. None of these things, thank you, will ever happen with me, not even a little chance. Just like Russia would have never invaded Ukraine, China would not even have thought about raiding Taiwan, and the attack on Israel would never have happened, would have never happened. And we would have left Afghanistan with dignity and strength and pride instead of the greatest embarrassment in our history. If you took the 10 worst presidents in the history of the United States and added them up, they would not have done near the destruction to our country as Joe Biden and the Biden administration have done. They wouldn't have done near. So we are a failing nation. We are a nation in very serious decline. And now these radical left lunatics want to interfere with our elections by using law enforcement. It's totally corrupt, and we will never let it happen. If you want to save America from crooked Joe Biden and other people that are probably really running the country, then get every patriot you know, get them out to vote in the Florida primary on March 19th. And 2024, remember, it's our final battle. We're either going to have a country greater than ever before, or we're not going to have a country at all. It's our final battle. With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government, and we will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists and fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media. We will evict Joe Biden from the White House, and we will finish the job that we so brilliantly started. It was doing so beautifully. The great silent majority is rising like never before. And under our leadership, we're doing it together. The forgotten man and woman will not be forgotten any longer. They will not be forgotten any longer. They've been forgotten. They weren't forgotten for 4 years, but they will not be forgotten any longer. With your help, your love, and your vote, we will put America first, and we will make America great again, greater than ever before. Thank you, Florida. We love you, Florida. God bless you all. God bless you. Thank you.